Hey y'all, this is Brady with West Louisiana Bee Farm. I wanted to show you something that I built today, and if you've ever wondered how do you make a split from, say, like a Langstroth hive into a comfort hive and have some success with it, I got just the thing for you. This is it. This is a, let's just say a 6-inch deep box that will fit on top of a 5-frame nuke, and I've got a compartment here for a jar feeder, small jar feeder, and the reason for the small jar feeder is you don't want your depth here being more than the depth of a regular comfort hive box, which is about 6 inches. This one's a little bit shorter than 6 inches, but that's okay. On the top, of course, I've got my skewers, and the way that I did this, and I picked this up from Sam himself on a video I recently watched, he just staples in the skewers across here for the skewer rest. Does it on both sides. I've got it on both sides there. They're probably a 1/4 inch down. I didn't really measure that. Didn't measure it at all. The thing that you want to make sure that is correct is the distance from here to here. You want that to be the same distance. You want your skewers to be the same size as what's in your comfort hive boxes. So that's what these are. These are 11 inches. My inside dimensions on my comfort hives are 11 by 11. You can only put 4 skewers in here. You could fit a 5th one if you wanted to squeeze them together a little bit tighter. Let me show you this. This is something I had to kind of do a little bit of thinking on. I'm going to flip it over in just a second and show you in detail, but right here for my feeder, I've got a little piece of a skewer, and you don't want a really big hole because you don't want your bees coming up in here and starting to build comb in this particular part of the box. So what I did is I poked a hole, and then I put this is where my jar feeder, the nipple on it, is going to go. It's going to fit down in there. Now, here's how you keep from stabbing it on top of a frame once you set this on top of your box. You look down here, I've got this is on my trailer, but we're just going to call that the gap between 2 frames. You line that up, you take your little piece of stick and make sure you can go through, all the way through. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going all the way through. Okay, so carry that around with you until you get it set up. So now I know that I can take my nipple and it's going to sit in there correctly. Okay, so hang on just a second. Let me show you something else. What I did is I went all around the bottom with the Reflectex. I needed it here to separate the bees. I needed it to, to keep the bees from getting up in here. So to make it level all the way around, I put it all the way around, and I just stapled it to the bottom of the box. This is going to be a permanent comfort hive, Langstroth comfort hive split box. And I'll just move this from hive to hive. When they come up here, the reason I'm feeding them, I don't have to feed them right now, but because it is April, middle of April, but I'm going to feed them just to kind of give them a little bit more gumption to get up here and start building comb. They'll build comb up here once it gets down low enough. The queen will come up, she'll start laying eggs in it, and what you can do once this gets full, and it'll take a couple of weeks for this to really get full of bees and of comb and eggs, but once it gets full, you can take these out, put them in your comfort hive, and you've got a new split. You can just keep doing that over and over again until you get enough comfort hive boxes that you're comfortable with. So once I put this on the hive, I'm going to put a sheet of Reflectex on top, and then on top of that I'm going to put a ceramic floor tile. So let's go do that. Okay, so I don't really have time to go through a whole lot of this with you right now, but as you can see, I've got it on a hive. Got the feeder in there. It's not exactly the same dimensions. This was just a winter feeder that I had for straight sugar. Anyway, that's what it should look like once you get it on there. And now I'm going to put my Reflectex on top. Alright. A ceramic towel. And I have to go. I have something I have to go take care of real quick. Alright, sorry, I wanted to take a little bit more time and give you some more details about what's going on. For those that may not quite understand what a walkaway split is, the premise of it is you get the bees to build comb on the skewers for the Sam Cimfort hive, and they'll build comb, and then the queen, she'll move up in that box and she'll start laying eggs, and they'll start rearing some brood up there. And all you really need is the honeycomb, the eggs, a little bit of food, and just a handful of bees. Take that over to the Cimfort hive on the skewers, and you basically have got a brand new colony that's going to start. It's probably best, in my opinion, it's best if you will take the queen along with the skewers, that way she can keep laying eggs and keep the colony growing pretty fast. The old colony, on the other hand, they're going to make a new queen as long as they have adequate brood down in the brood chamber. And this time of year in April, that's kind of a no-brainer. It's going to be there. You might want to take a look, but if it's a strong hive, it's pretty well going to be, there's going to be an egg in there, and they'll make a queen out of that egg. So anyway, if you have any questions about this, if I left anything out, if you'd like to add anything to it, if you have any ideas about how to make this work a little bit better, I'm open to suggestions, and I'd love to hear from you. If I don't hear from you, a thumbs up on the video is always a good idea if you like the video, if you found it to be helpful. And otherwise, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Y'all be good, be safe. God loves you, I love you, and take care. Bye-bye.